Boon is noun. It can also refer to a gift or a favor granted, to a benefit or something that is helpful or beneficial. The new highway was a boon to the town, making it easier for residents to commute and for businesses to transport goods. The scholarship was a boon for the student, as it allowed them to attend college without incurring significant debt. The invention of the printing press was a boon to literacy, as it made books and other printed materials more widely available. The discovery of oil was a boon to the local economy, creating jobs and boosting growth in the region. The end of the conflict was a boon for peace, allowing people to rebuild and move forward with their lives. Cataclysm as noun. A catastrophic event causing widespread destruction and loss of life. A sudden and violent change in the natural or social order. The cataclysmic earthquake destroyed entire cities, leaving thousands homeless. The cataclysm of World War II had a profound impact on the world, changing the course of history. The cataclysmic hurricane caused widespread devastation, with many people losing their homes and possessions. The cataclysmic explosion at the chemical plant caused massive damage and numerous casualties. The cataclysmic asteroid impact wiped out the dinosaurs, leading to their extinction. Derelict is noun. A person who is homeless and lacks a permanent dwelling or support. An abandoned building, property, or ship. He lived like a derelict, panhandling for change and sleeping on park benches. The city condemned the derelict building after it was abandoned for years. The old shipwreck remains a derelict on the beach, rusting away in the salty air. The neighborhood had become a derelict place, with empty lots and boarded-up storefronts. The authorities removed the derelicts from the park, where they had been camping illegally. Gambit as noun. A risky or bold move made in the hope of gaining a benefit. A tactic or strategy employed in order to distract, deceive, or mislead an opponent or adversary. The politician's gambit to win over young voters was to promise free college education. The company's gambit to boost sales was to offer discounts on its products. The chess player's gambit of sacrificing a pawn paid off in the end. The coach's gambit of changing the team's formation surprised the opponents. The gambit of revealing the murderer's identity in the middle of the movie was unexpected. Inkling is noun. A feeling or intuition about something. A vague or slight suggestion or hint. She gave me an inkling of what to expect from the interview. He had no inkling of what was about to happen. I had an inkling that he might be lying, but I couldn't prove it. The clues gave us an inkling of where the treasure might be buried. The teacher's hints gave the students an inkling of what would be on the test. Modicum is noun. A small or limited amount of something. A tiny quantity or portion of something. Despite her best efforts, she only managed to gain a modicum of the respect she deserved. He had a modicum of talent, but lacked the dedication to truly excel in his field. The company offered its employees a modicum of flexibility when it came to their work schedules. She tried to find a modicum of happiness in her daily routine, but often found herself feeling unfulfilled. His parents had always hoped he would show at least a modicum of interest in taking over the family business. Nadir is noun. In astronomy, the point on the celestial sphere directly below an observer, opposite the zenith. The lowest point in a situation or the point of greatest despair or unhappiness. The company's profits had hit a new nadir, causing concern among investors. The team's performance during the game reached a nadir, resulting in a crushing defeat. After losing her job, she felt like she had reached the nadir of her career. The country's economy had reached its nadir during the recession. The singer's career hit a nadir after their latest album received negative reviews. Palimpsest is noun, a manuscript, typically of papyrus or parchment, that has been written on more than once, with the earlier writing being only partially erased and still visible. Something that has been modified or reused many times over, often retaining trace elements of its previous forms or uses. The book contained a palimpsest, with the original text faintly visible beneath the new writing. The ancient artifact was a palimpsest, with layers of writing from different periods of history. The document was a palimpsest, with the original text hidden beneath layers of edits and revisions. The library's collection included several palimpsests that were being studied by scholars. The discovery of a palimpsest in the archive was a major breakthrough for historians. Predilection as noun, a natural inclination or fondness for something, a preference or liking for something, especially one that is long-standing or hard to change. She has a predilection for spicy food. His predilection for adventure led him to climb Mount Everest. I have a predilection for classical music. Her predilection for gardening started at a young age. His predilection for sweets led to tooth decay. Sinecure is noun, a paid job or position that requires little or no work and provides an easy and comfortable livelihood. An office or position that provides a good salary or income without much responsibility or work. The CEO's job was essentially a sinecure, as he had delegated most of his responsibilities to subordinates. The ambassador was accused of using his position as a sinecure to avoid real work. The politician was criticized for giving a sinecure position to his unqualified friend. The professor was given a sinecure position in recognition of his long service to the university. The company was criticized for creating sinecure positions to reward loyal employees. Solecism as noun, a grammatical or linguistic error or mistake, especially in terms of word usage or sentence structure. An act or instance of violating accepted norms or etiquette, especially in social behavior or speech. Using ain't in formal writing is considered a solecism. Making a grammatical error in a job interview can be seen as a solecism. Her pronunciation of the word was a solecism that betrayed her foreign accent. The newspaper editor corrected the solecism in the reporter's article. The diplomat's solecism during the negotiation almost derailed the talks. Stipend is noun, a regular or fixed payment made to a person, especially for work or services rendered. A sum of money paid as a salary or allowance, typically to a student or trainee. The fellowship offered a monthly stipend to cover living expenses. The research assistantship came with a stipend and tuition waiver. The intern received a small stipend for their work. The artist was paid a stipend to create a mural for the city. The scholarship included a generous stipend for research expenses. Tumult as noun, a loud, confused noise, especially one caused by a large mass of people. A state of commotion, confusion, or disturbance. The tumult of the crowd made it hard to hear. The tumult of the storm kept them awake all night. The tumult of the party went on until the early hours of the morning. The tumult of the battle was deafening. The tumult of the market made it hard to navigate. Verisimilitude as noun, the appearance or quality of being true or real, often with regard to a story, event, or idea. the likelihood or probability of something being true or real, often based on a comparison with known facts or experience. The defendant's alibi lacked verisimilitude and was quickly discredited. The historian questioned the verisimilitude of the popular legend. The actor's performance lacked verisimilitude and failed to convince the audience. The author's use of detail and description gives the story a sense of verisimilitude. The special effects in the movie were so convincing that they added to its verisimilitude. Artifice as noun. A clever trick or skillful deception used to achieve one's goal. A cleverly devised or contrived scheme or device. The artist's work blended natural elements with artifice, creating a unique and intriguing aesthetic. The magician used various artifices to make his illusions seem more convincing. The novel's plot relied heavily on artifice rather than believable character development. The advertisement used all kinds of artifices to make their product seem more appealing. The company was accused of using artifice to manipulate their financial statements and deceive investors. Audacity as noun. Boldness or daring, especially with confident or arrogant disregard for personal safety, conventional thought, or other restrictions. The young activist showed great audacity in challenging the authority of the government and demanding justice for the oppressed. The comedian's jokes were criticized for their audacity and offensiveness, but also praised for their sharp wit and social commentary. The lawyer's audacity in cross-examining the witness and exposing their lies led to a dramatic turn in the trial and the eventual acquittal of the defendant. The spy's audacity in infiltrating the enemy's headquarters and stealing valuable intelligence saved countless lives and helped turn the tide of the war. The explorer's audacity in venturing into the unknown regions of the world inspired many people to pursue their dreams and passions. Chimera as noun. A creature from Greek mythology that is typically depicted as having the head of a lion, the body of a goat, and the tail of a serpent. An illusion or fabrication of the mind. The politician's promise of universal prosperity proved to be a chimera. The scientist's theory of a perpetual motion machine was nothing but a chimera. The idea of a world without war or conflict is often viewed as a chimera. Many people believe that true love is just a chimera that is impossible to find. The idea of a perfect society is often considered a chimera. Desideratum as noun. A goal or objective that is considered necessary or desirable. Something that is desired or required. An essential need or requirement. The government's top desideratum was to reduce crime rates across the country. For many people, financial stability is a major desideratum in life. The company's desideratum was to create a product that would be both innovative and affordable. A high level of customer satisfaction is the desideratum of any successful business. In order to achieve his desideratum of becoming a doctor, the student had to work hard and study diligently. Hamper as noun. A large basket, typically with a lid and handles, used for carrying or storing household items or provisions. An obstacle or hindrance that prevents or impedes progress or success. She packed a hamper full of food and drinks for their picnic in the park. The hamper was filled with fresh fruit, sandwiches, and a bottle of wine. The company gave each employee a hamper of holiday treats as a gift. The hamper of gifts included a variety of chocolates and sweets. The hamper of baby items was a thoughtful gift for the new parents. Otaanun. An air of arrogance, superiority, or disdain, aloofness or condescension. An attitude of superiority or disdain towards others. haughty behavior or manner. He approached the job interview with hauteur and confidence. The coach had an air of hauteur that intimidated the players. Her hauteur and snobbish attitude made her unpopular with her co-workers. The wealthy businessman exuded hauteur and arrogance. The actress looked down at the reporters with hauteur. Level up your English. Master vocabulary, idioms, and phrasal verbs with fun quizzes. Translate meanings into 104 languages. Download now. Link in the description. Please like and subscribe to our channel.